AITA for dyeing the sweater my sister-in-law knitted for me. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, offered to make me a sweater. I am also a knitter and I understand the time and effort that goes into a project. I said yes, but asked if I could pick out the color and also said I would happily pay for the yarn. She declined and said she wanted it as an excuse to use up her stash. She is a big-time tee-hee, I have a stash beyond life expectancy type. She finished the sweater for me, and it fit great, but was in a beige color that I would never wear. I'm a soft autumn who favors plums, roses, terracottas, olives, etc. I don't like plain colors very much, but I loved the look of the sweater, so I ended up dyeing it to a pretty green. I reach for it all the time. I wore it when I was hanging out with family, and she was there. She said it looked like the one she'd made me. I said that it was, but I dyed it. She stared at me for a long time and finally said, "I wish you would have told me you were going to do something like that. I wouldn't have wasted my malabrigo on you." I was taken aback and told her that I absolutely loved the sweater. I just would have never worn it as a beige sweater. She got the sour lemon look on her face and said she would keep in mind to never knit anything for me ever again. She got up and left the room, and I didn't talk to her the rest of the night. I live in a different city than my family, so I probably won't see her again for a while. She has every right to not knit for me again, but was dyeing that sweater really that big of a deal? I thought it would be better for me to dye it a color I would wear than for me to never wear it. AITA. Psychology breakdown. AITA for dyeing the sweater my sister-in-law knitted. This isn't really about yarn. It's about meaning, control, and emotional ownership. On the surface, she altered a beige sweater into a green she'd actually wear. Practical, logical, even respectful in a way, because she made sure the gift wouldn't sit in the closet unworn. But psychologically, for the sister-in-law, knitting isn't just a craft, it's identity. Especially with comments like, "I have a stash beyond life expectancy." That signals pride, attachment, and emotional investment. When she chose the yarn, even declining payment, she wasn't just giving a sweater, she was giving a piece of herself. When the sweater was dyed, it may have felt to her like her taste was rejected, her creative choice was overridden, her gift wasn't good enough as given, even though that wasn't the intention. Meanwhile, from the OP's side, this was about self-expression and practicality. She knows the labor that goes into knitting. She loved the structure and fit. She simply adjusted the color so it aligned with her personal style. Soft autumn tones like plums, olives, terracotta. To her, dyeing it was a way of honoring the effort, not discarding it. This clash is about two different views of gifts. A gift belongs to the giver's intention. A gift belongs to the receiver once it's given. Neither is malicious, but they operate on different emotional rules. The strong reaction, "I wouldn't have wasted my malabrigo on you," suggests hurt pride more than betrayal. That's ego and attachment speaking. In the end, it wasn't about the color beige. It was about control versus autonomy, and how much ownership someone still feels over something once they've given it away.